It's that time of year again, where the season starts off fresh, where there's high hopes for every single team, where everyone is predicting what the 2021 ladder would look like. There are many predictions thrown out there, but in this video, I, Kevin, will share my ladder predictions for 2021. So, in 18th place, I've got the West Coast Eagles. This is the year they finally get caught for cheating the salary cap. Oh, what's this? Oh, they said every player took a pay cut? Yeah, nah, that's just a publicity stunt to cover up what they're really doing. There is no way they've got a list that talented inside the salary cap, okay? They'll be caught for their cheating this year, and all their premiership points, which would have been enough to put them in the top 4, will be docked. So they'll finish the season with no premiership points. In 17th place, we've got Collingwood. All the racism issues circling around Collingwood, it's making him look very bad, and it's going to take a huge toll on them. It's taken such a toll that Eddie Maguire was forced to leave the club. Nathan Buckley's under huge pressure, and the whole club in general have to fight off these racism allegations, which is going to take a massive toll on them. And just remember the fire sale. They lost like 4 players for like very cheap prices. So yeah, they have had a rubbish off-season. They're managed very poorly, and they're going right down. 16th place, we've got St Kilda. And not for their own fault either. What did they ever do to the AFL to get given a fixture like that? I mean, have you seen it? 2 games against Port Adelaide, 2 games against Geelong, 2 games against the Eagles, 2 games against Richmond, probably the top 4 teams in the comp. They have to play Brisbane away, 3 trips up to Queensland, 2 trips up to New South Wales, I think even a trip to Tasmania from memory. Well, why? And they even have to play Collingwood at the MCG. Why? What lunatic, what sane person would give St Kilda a middling top 6 team to a fixture like that? Absolutely ridiculous. In 15th spot we got, just like the good old times, GWS. Right back where they belong, okay? Well, Jeremy Cameron's out. They've lost 6 players in the trade period, and they were pretty poor last year, and their fall is just going to continue. In 14th spot is Essendon. Look, if everyone thought getting 3 draft picks would improve their fortunes, yeah, nah, you're mistaken. They're still a pretty weak team overall, and they won't be getting much wear this season. 13th spot is Hawthorn. They'll improve because they've actually got an easier fixture compared to last year, and they've got Clarko. But how much can Clarko do? If with the squad he's got, not very much in my opinion. 12th place, we've got Brisbane. You know what? They actually have to fly out of Queensland for once, with a hard fixture as well. They play Richmond and Geelong twice, just to name the double-ups, okay? And they actually have to fly out of Queensland 10 times, which, if last year was any indication, they sucked at, okay? They only won 1 game outside of Queensland. Okay, they only lost 2, but still, if they don't improve their record away from home, they're going to be struggling this season. In 11th spot, yet again, they're in the 8 with a positive record, and then they completely shit themselves in the final round of the season. Yes, I'm talking about Melbourne here. Wait, 11th? Wouldn't that be 9th? No, wait, I've got 2 better ones for 9th. In 10th place, we've got Port Adelaide, because in a normal year, that's where they finish. And in 9th spot, I know this hasn't happened since 2008, but I want those jokes to come back, because I've had enough of this stupid team winning premierships, and that is Richmond, okay? Richmond need to go back into their belonged position, which is 9th, okay? So we can sing that, oh, they came 9th again song, okay? Richmond must finish 9th this year. So in 8th spot, probably the most dull spot in the competition, unless if it's the West Coast Eagles in 2017 sneaking in with a minute to go, is the Fremantle Dockers, okay? Yeah, it's probably one of the most boring teams in the competition, one of the best defences and the worst attack in the competition. Yeah, they're just going to be a dull team, win some games, lose some games, you can't get a read on them, and that's what 8th place is for. 7th spot, we've got the Western Bulldogs, because that's where they seem to finish every single year when they make finals. 6th spot, we've got North Melbourne. You see, they've got David Noble now, okay? So, David Noble as coach, he took Brisbane from wooden spoon, Chris Fagan took Brisbane from wooden spoon all the way to top 2, but there was also David Noble doing the behind-the-scenes stuff. Now, he's on the forefront, but I think he's going to do just as well, and North Melbourne, with their recruiting, with Jaden Stevenson coming in as well, they're going to rise. So if last year the Sydney Swans are playing Geelong in the final round of the season and we're trying to beat them just for pride, then this year they're going to have to beat Geelong to sneak into the top 4. Remember, Geelong were fighting for a top 4 position and they just snuck past the Swans. That exact game will happen in round 23 this year. Sydney Swans, heartbreakingly, will miss out on the top 4. And yes, that means Geelong finish 4th, given that they just snuck past the Swans by a goal to sneak right into the top 4. Third spot, we got Carlton, because the last time a Big 4 team finished 3rd, that was Richmond a couple of years ago. Guess what? They started winning premierships. And Carlton seemed like Richmond. Wooden spoon a few years ago, then gradually start to improve. And now, 3rd spot. So, a premiership's coming up for Carlton. In 2nd spot, we've got one of the biggest what-if stories, Adelaide. I mean, I know their management has been bad with the camp and everything, but has it been that bad that they didn't even know that the AFL had resumed and forfeited 12 games as a result? I mean, when they came back into the competition after their, 5-month break or whatever it was, they won 3 out of the 4 games they played. Alright? So, I mean, imagine they played in the 12 games, the other 12 games. They could have easily made the 8, in my opinion. So, Adelaide, with a full season, just as long as they don't forget to start the season and just as long as they don't forfeit any more games, they should be top 2. And right at the top of the ladder, it can't be anyone except the Gold Coast Suns. Yes, the one and only Matt Rowell is playing for them. He's going to dominate the season this season, just as long as his shoulder doesn't dislocate again. He's going to win the Brownlow medal by a landslide. He's going to lead the Gold Coast Suns all the way to the minor premiership. And they've also got one of the best young brigades in the competition, okay? And if this young, lovely Gold Coast team gels together, they are going to be unstoppable for the next 15 years. So now, let's go into the finals. In the first round of the finals, Gold Coast beat Geelong, and Carlton stun Adelaide. So Gold Coast and Carlton go to the preliminary final. North Melbourne beat the Dogs, because let's face it, they lose their first final every single year. Well, except for one. And Sydney beat Fremantle, because let's face it, Fremantle are pretty dull. And Lance Franklin would get about 12 goals. In the semi-final, Adelaide will beat North Melbourne in what everyone would think is the wooden spoon battle. And in the other one, Geelong, given their good record in semi-finals, will beat Sydney again. Sydney must be frustrated with Geelong. They will want to kill them after this. So then, in the preliminary final, we will have Gold Coast absolutely slaughter the crap out of Adelaide. Matt Rowell will run absolute riot, okay? Absolutely slaughter the Crows. And everyone will be thinking, should they have even made the finals? Meanwhile, Carlton will beat Geelong quite convincingly. So then, we go to the grand final. And remember what happened the last time we had a Big 4 team against an expansion team? Yes. Carlton are going to defeat Gold Coast by 91 points. And Gold Coast only score 3 goals the entire game. What a disappointing end to the Suns. And Carlton will win the premiership from 3rd. But it was an unfair end for Gold Coast, who dominated the season in all the major awards. Along with the minor premiership, they won pretty much every award. Brownlow medal, Matt Rowell. Coleman medal, Ben King. Rising Star Award, Elijah Hollands. Goal of the Year, Isaac Rankin. Mark of the Year, Sam Collins. And get this, Matt Rowell even won the Norm Smith medal, despite being on the losing team, which lost by 91 points. That says something, doesn't it? Alright, so if you didn't understand already, this video was a joke video. I was just trying to take the piss out of every AFL team, especially the Gold Coast Suns, just trying to poke fun at them, throw some jokes at each team. So yeah, this is just a joke video. My real ladder predictions will come out next week. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know you obviously would have disagreed with them because they're so absurdly stupid, but I hope you enjoyed them. So yeah, check out my AFL Ladder Predictions video. Sorry, keep an eye out for my real AFL Ladder Predictions video, which will be out next week. Please subscribe, please comment, please thumbs up. Comment what you thought of the video down below and how stupid they were. And check out some of my other videos, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.